let's go.
Okay, hey, this is Edwin, Maho, and Mustard bringing you another audio commentary. And so the World Cyber Games have finally begun. And basically, when it comes to StarCraft World Cyber Games, there's World Cyber Games Korea, and then nothing else matters. Because, like, the top 100 or so are pretty much all in Korea. And basically, whoever wins WCG Korea will almost always win WCG Worldwide. And we've got two really good players here. We've got Effort, who's one of my favourite Zergs at the moment. Came on the scene about a year ago, and I thought, wow, that guy looks like a cat. Awesome. And it also turns out he's a really good StarCraft player. He recently beat Jaedong in 2 games, and if you beat Jaedong in 1 game,
He beat him
you're
in a
damn
set
good.
too.
In
No
a
one
set,
thought
yeah.
a Zerg vs Zerg could beat Jaedong in a set.
Jaedong with his like 81% win rate versus StarCraft, and so anyone who can beat Jaedong in a ZVZ set is amazing, and that's Effort here. And then see, really, you wouldn't call him an S-class Terran, but he's been a pretty solid performer for a while now.
He's got game.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him put up a real good fight against Jaedong a few times, and yeah, so looking to be a good game. And this is being played on Heartbreak Ridge, which is a map introduced in the latest season of the MSL, OSL, and Pro Leagues. It's a 2-player map. I actually really, really like this map.
This is an amazingly well-balanced map.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Interesting expansions.
And all the races have interesting dynamics, like Zerg vs Terran.
I think it's a good balanced map. And I like the terrain. Like there's good ridges everywhere, which is nice for Terran. It's a good map for Zerg, but at the same time it's difficult because you don't have an easy third expansion. You've got an easy first expansion, which isn't protected from a ramp, I don't think.
No, it's not.
It's not. Yeah,
And it has quite a wide gap.
Yeah.
But
So
that said, for Zerg, once they take the third, it's also sort of a snowball effect because they've got the ridge, whichever one they take, and then they can start expanding along that.
What's really interesting about this map, I think, is that as you expand more, as the game gets longer, it gets more dangerous because your expansions are really exposed.
And also, the more you expand, the closer you get to your opponent's main. So that really means that you have to be really mobile, watching every base and making sure they don't take out your expansions. As they
I
come up.
like watching maps from time to time where there's no ramp getting into your base because it makes things a lot more interesting, especially for Zerg. It makes the run by infinitely more easy. So it means that Protoss and Terran players have to be on their toes. And a good build you often see on this map is the Zerg will go 12 pull, get 6 lings out, put the pressure on, make sure that the Terran and Protoss has to block their front door, and then just get to 3 hatches and basically macro up. We've seen it from Jaedong, we've seen it from Zero. That game he beat Bisu with the DC Broodlings on Bisu's High Templar. Amazing game. So I really, really like this map.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like this map about as much as Clazzot likes Python, so...
Oh, Python. Great map.
Yep. Anyway, what do we have here? Did you see what he was going?
Afghanistan's best
Zerg in the crowd.
Mean.
All were honoured with his presence.
Look out, World Cyber Games, Afghanistan.
I thought Taliban were Afghanistan's best Zerg, but apparently AKM is even better.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting point you were making up before, which is basically, this is World Cyber Games for the Korea qualifiers.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is so prestigious is Koreans love going to World Cyber Games and winning, which is basically what happens if you win this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the World Games, you know, so just in case anybody outside of Korea didn't know, you are the best in the world.
Yeah.
At StarCraft.
It's a bit of a joke, actually. Like, I remember Jaedong last year went up against the best, I think it was a Russian Terran player who didn't get range upgrade on his Marines when Jaedong's Mutas came out, and it was basically a joke.
Yeah.
It was like watching a noob play a person who's been playing StarCraft for years. So the World Cyber Games Korea is more interesting than the World Cyber Games International.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is pretty much where the top place is. Though recently, I have to say, foreigners have been making it further and further in the.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say there
rankings.
aren't really good international players. Like Mondragon, a German Zerg player, I think is a really good player, and some good Chinese players in recent years. Actually,
Yeah.
Chinese have been playing
But Chinese
pretty well
are kind
all
of
along.
cheating. They're more or less South Koreans. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still. Oh, I won't say it.
Asians are Asians. They're good at video games.
Gaming bonus plus 5.
Racial bonus of Asians is extra good at gaming, but like negative on height, unfortunately.
Wait, but you're Asian, aren't you, Mustard? So
Yeah.
shouldn't that make you incredibly OP at StarCraft?
Oh yeah.
It should.
It should.
He certainly got the shortness bit though, right?
Yeah, well, I play a balanced race like you two, you know, Terran all the way.
Balanced.
Yeah.
Cheese race, more like.
Oh, I had a beautiful cheese today. I hit a proxy Rax and just had one more Rax than they expected. Beautiful Marines down the face.
So, effort putting on the pressure here. Like I said, this is a really good map for getting Zerglings out early because you can't block a ramp with SCVs and Marines behind it.
And another scary thing is just that gap. You can get your Marines to
Here,
scrap
wait,
a little bit.
if
They
it's
won't
coming
be able
in
to withdraw.
and got murdered, Zerglings
That's
running away.
an equitable exchange, to be
Yeah.
sure. He
Yeah.
lost 4 lanes for 2 Marines. Pretty good.
It's
And
just
the thing is, at this stage, he only has. Well, he's got his second Rax up now, but that means production is still really slow.
yeah.
I think that was a good choice there by Effort because you can see he's put the early Spire up, so he's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be getting in Muta harass. So he actually wants him to keep his Marine count down as
so
much as possible.
If it's going early Spire, so he really wants to stop this SCV that's now coming in towards his base, he can see it with the Zergling, but he really needs to try block it off if possible. Because when you're going early,
only 1 ling on
no,
there.
and the
it's not gonna
Sunken's
stop
not
it.
ready. So C really's going to scout the Spire, which
Yeah,
is
he's gonna
not.
see
It's
this
not. This is not what you want if you're a Zerg player going early Spire.
And it's still got quite a bit to go.
Yeah,
so
so-
it looks like he's going to at least be able to get some turrets up or get the Marine Corps up and be able to really keep his expansions and his workers alive. Unless we see some amazing micro from Effort.
And this is a crucial scouting time for the Terran anyway, because you need to know which tech choice to go. Lurkers or Muta.
You can't underestimate the importance of killing that scout mid game because if the Terran doesn't know whether to expect lurkers or Mutalists, it can make a huge difference.
And you can see he responded to that straight away. He's going for the engineering bay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Getting turrets out.
Yeah, get turrets out as well as providing upgrades, which are more important against Muta than against lurkers, I think.
Definitely.
And it feels good right now as Terran, as a Terran player. You're thinking, oh yeah, okay, now I know what's coming. Now I can be sure about what I'm building my counter as.
So, no surprises here. The mutas are popping out. Effort has pretty damn good muta micro, though that's kind of a given for all the best Zerg players these days. Like, if
Yeah.
you're a good Zerg player,
It
you
is the
have good.
standard now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have good muta
Back
micro.
before July Zerg,
Yeah.
you saw that and you're like, oh my god, but now
Yeah.
it's